All right, what is up, guys? What's up? So I'm coming back to you again. Hold on, get that surface light going. Coming back to you again. I got the angle changed because I'm gonna show you guys some stuff today. So, want to kind of come back to you again. I hopped on last night to the stream. Kind of went in a good direction. I think was really able to go over some topics that I think were very important. Kind of just get some honest opinion out there. Um, I already got some not so great feedback on the video, and I got some really great feedback on the video. So it is what it is. A lot of times when you make these videos, you rolling the dice in a sense where some people are gonna be happy, some people are not gonna be happy. You can't please everybody. It's never been my goal to please everybody. So yeah. So we just gonna keep making videos and keep on doing. There you go. That's better. The light was killing me in the back. Um, So I wanted to come back to you guys again tonight and just kind of do a follow-up to that. But this day actually kind of go a different direction with the topics. Actually just stay on the area where I provide some tips to the co-anglers out there just trying to fish these tournaments. A lot of videos have been put out about this. A lot of really great tips. I shared a lot of really great tips last night. I didn't even get on there and say a bunch of crazy things about the boaters. There's some rules that are in place and some mythical rules that are in place that I don't agree with, and I feel like you're entitled to your opinion, 100%. Like that's why we live in where we live. You're entitled to your opinion. You're allowed to think the way you want to think. You're allowed to be who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of, in that sense, you can say what you want to say, and you're allowed to feel and think the way you want to think. And some people may or may not agree with you. It is what it is. But like I said, I compared some stuff. I went through some different things. You got to go back and watch that stream and check it out and see what I'm talking about. Definitely have some topics in there that maybe most people haven't touched on, but I went right for them because I don't care. What you got to think about? What do I have to lose? I show up, I fish these tournaments, I pay the entry fees. I always tip my co-anglers, and I always tip my boater at the end of the day if I'm a co. I have nothing to lose. I follow the rules to a T. I do exactly what I'm supposed to do, and I do exactly what I'm supposed to do. So there's really nothing that I do that I'm not supposed to do. I do exactly what I'm supposed to do when I fish these events, because basically if you want to play ball, you got to play ball. Like you got to get in the game. You got to follow the rules, do what you need to do. So like I said, just hopping back on the stream tonight. Appreciate you guys hopping in the stream. Appreciate anyone with the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys, my Bass and Furious friends. You guys are awesome. So glad that you guys are here. Like I said, today I want to kind of go a different direction because I actually got to get prepared. I have a tournament coming up this weekend, and I have a really big tournament coming up next weekend. This weekend is actually a partner tournament, a team tournament. So actually, for me to get the net for the guy in the front of the boat this week, I'm not taking my boat. I'm taking my buddy's boat. For me to get the net for this guy, it's my team partner. So we gonna be getting the net all day for whatever we catch and try to get in the boat. Come back with 5 good ones and try to put some more money in our pocket. So for that particular purpose, again, it's a team tournament. So it behooves everybody to fish your butt off and to help out everybody. And that, by help out everybody, I mean like if you're fishing a team tournament and you're not bringing your boat, let's say you're going out of your buddy's boat, some tips for that kind of scenario. So because being a co-angler, it has different avenues that it's at. Like I said, I would normally take my boat. I put gas in my boat. I make my boat payment to make sure they don't come take my boat before the tournament. I get to the tournament, I unlatch my straps, I undo the transom mount for the motor, I back the boat in, I power pole down, I drive the boat off, I hop back in the boat, power pole up, start the engine, fire off, and drive where I want to go. Those are things I do when I fish a tournament. Usually I fish by myself out of my boat. So I want to make that very clear that I have a boat. So like, don't try to play me when it comes to this co-angler boater crap. Like don't try to put me in a bucket, because I'm not in that bucket. I'm in a different bucket. I'm in a boater bucket who chooses to be a co-angler bucket. So when I fish a tournament myself, I take my boat, I back it in. I fished well over 100 tournaments at this point, guys. Like, I'm not a new boater. I've been fishing these things for a while. When I fish, that's what I do. So my tips to you, if you're going to be a team tournament or a co-tournament, whoever's taking their boat, the other guy, my tips for you, obviously talk to your guy before the tournament, figure out a plan of what you guys want to do. But day of, if he's bringing the boat, you grab the ice. You chip in something for gas to help out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are going together as a team. Like, you guys are working together. Like, you guys have a common goal, Everybody's money's on the line, on one line, not separate lines. They're on one line. So it behooves you, if you can take the straps down, you can undo the motor mount. If you can back the truck down, or if you can sit in the boat and start it up and make sure and pull up to the dock to get him when you're done. These are all things that you can do just to make everybody's day easier. It's a lot less stress when you don't have to do everything yourself. But I'm so used to doing it myself, I don't care if you help me at all. You can kick rocks. You can go find your friends, go hop, go talk, go do whatever you need to do. I'm going to figure it out because I'm used to doing my boat myself. I'm not looking for somebody to help me. I'm not looking for you to back my truck down. If you do, great. I'm not looking for you to hop in my boat and start it. I got it. I'm going to get it done myself. You understand? Like, where I'm at, I'm not relying on people to be successful. I'm the reason I succeed, or I'm the reason I don't do good. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so some tips for you for that day. If you're in a team tournament, in your best interest, if it's a hot day, ask your guy if he wants to bring some ice. Let him know if you need the seat or not seat, so he can get prepared if he brings his boat. If you bring your boat, ask him, ask your buddy, your team partner, hey, do you need a seat? Hey, do you need this? Work together if it's a team tournament. Obviously, if it's like a BFL event, you guys are supposed to talk the day before. So you talk, you discuss. Where are you going to meet at? Are you going to help him back down? These are all things you should go over. So basically what I'm doing for this video is just giving co-angler and boater tips. Like basically things you should do on that day. So just try to make everybody's day easier. Even if you're in a BFL and you're with the other guy, try to make the day easy. If there's things you know to do, he's got a Triton, you got a Triton, you know what to look for. Just help. Just, hey, look, I got it. Boom. I'll take the ratchet straps down. Boom. Boom. Got it. Help out as much as you can. But sometimes you got to think, this is somebody you don't know. If it's a BFL or a bass event, it's somebody you don't know. They don't know you to know what you know and don't know. So when you start messing with stuff on their boat, you might get a different person. Hey, cut it out. I got it. See what I'm saying? You might get that response, but just talk. Basically just be an adult and just talk. Like, talk about what's going on. Hey, I know how to do this. Hey, I can fix that. Hey, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Just talk. Kind of figure these things out and then kind of go from there. It's pretty easy to do. Just talk, kind of work through the things that you need to do on the morning, day of, tournament morning. The other thing, and a lot of guys say this in a lot of videos, when you're actually in the boat together and you're running, don't do this. Okay, when you're running down the river at 70 miles an hour, don't be that guy that puts on a face mask, puts his hoodie on, covers up everything, and then just completely checks out. Like, don't be that guy, huh?
Can you more paper towel rolls up there?
Sure. Rolls? Not rolls.
The paper towel thing.
Oh, one sec, guys. None of those up there. So, don't be that guy if you're a co. Don't be that guy. Your boater, as good as he is and as many times as he's made these runs, it always helps on the river when there's unknown variables. There's other boaters. There's other things on there. It always helps to have multiple pairs of eyes. So put your glasses on, put your hat down, put your face shield on, but don't completely check out. Like, be looking. Because if there's a stump floating over here, he's looking this way, there's a boat coming this way, there's a boat trying to come up and pass you on one side, and he doesn't see that, that's going to make a bad day for everybody. So don't do that. Make sure that you are alert and seeing what's going on. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, right? Like, if he doesn't see the stump, you hit the stump, you probably gonna fly out the boat. He's gonna hold on to the steering wheel and he has the kill switch. So the boat's gonna hit it, motor's gonna cut off. He's got the kill switch. You gonna fly out, okay? And then, as we all know, he's got to come back and get you. Like, so just make sure that you're alert when you're on the water as a co. Do not be that guy that does this as a co-angler and you don't help your boater out while y'all are running. When you're running, keep your eyes open. Make sure you see what's going on. That way you don't end up in the river that you're fishing. So for coangler tips, the other things I want to talk about is what you bring, your storage, your tackle, that kind of stuff. Because I feel like these tips can help everybody. I don't know exactly what to do, but I do know how to pack light and not be that guy that shows up with 17 rods and 2 tackle bags and can barely walk down to the boat ramp because he's so full of junk. So what I've gotten lately, and this is what I do, I have to organize it again because I just had a tournament, but I now carry this box. This is the box I carry with my stuff in it. Now, I am trying to condense all my stuff down just to fit into this box. I throw this box in a bag, and I bring my lunch bag. I bring 4 or 5 or 6 rods, and I'm out the door. That's it. Like, that's it. That's all I bring. There's nothing else that I bring. My lunch bag has, for lunch, I pack a Gatorade, water bottle filled up with ice, and I usually freeze it. 1 or 2 water bottles, I freeze them the night before, and then by the time I'm ready to drink them on tournament day, I got ice cold water. It's a great system. I love it. I bring that, and I bring a couple of small bars of something and some fruit, and that's it. Like, that's all I bring for my lunch, and one bag. Okay, so I have one bag here with my lunch. I have my backpack on my back, and I have my rods in this hand, and that's all I bring. Lunchbox, rods, backpack. The goal is to make the backpack lighter. My backpack's been a little heavier than I want it to be, especially fishing a river that I fish all the time, and I know what works and what doesn't work. I don't need to bring 1,000 lures. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys all know that one dude that'll show up with one worm and beat you, right? You need to be that guy when it comes to these tournaments. You need to know what colors work. So I fish the Potomac River. A lot of times the colors can vary, but you can't go wrong with a green pumpkin. Sometimes like a watermelon, chartreuse kind of deal. You can't go wrong with June bug, and you can't go wrong with black and blue. Pretty much, if you go that route for pretty much anything you have, you're gonna be in a shot. Sometimes you might need a orange and green pumpkin or a pumpkin seed, something like that. But you hear the same word, pumpkin. There's a lot of pumpkin, right? So you just need those colors, some natural colors and some darker colors, and that's it. Go to work. And then your one random color, like I said, your June bug or your pumpkin seed, something like that. That's it, man. Throw those in your bag and get ready to work. So in this box that I have, I want to show you guys my box. It's the Lure Lock box, okay? Has a technology where nothing falls out. If you stick it in there right, nothing falls out. So what I've started doing, I mentioned this yesterday about having the markers instead of the dye. What I do is I pack my markers, my scissors, my pliers, my reel snot, my glue, and my culling tag all in this box. So I put it all in here. I have everything I need. So basically, no matter what the situation is, my wacky rig tool, fish gets hooked, I got the wacky rig tool, I got my pliers, I got my scissors, I got my split ring pliers, again my reel snot, my glue, my culling beam, and my markers. So this is my lure lock box. And again, if I put it in there properly on the gel, nothing falls out. You guys see my markers aren't moving. They're in there with the gel. So as a co-angler, having a box like this with all your stuff right there, boom, you are good to go. Like, you are ready to rock. And basically, if I need anything, I grab this box out of my bag, slide it out, grab what I need, slide it back in, and I'm good to go. Underneath of that, so we'll keep going. You never know where you're going. You never know what you're going to need. I have my baits. This is all only baits I bring. This is it. So wherever I'm going, whatever depth I have lipless crankbaits that I can fish at any depth. I have medium diving crankbaits, and I have shallow diving crankbaits. I'm going to the Potomac. There is no water on the Potomac that anybody that I ever fish with in life is going to fish that's deeper than 15 feet. Most of the time, it's not deeper than 9 feet. Most of the time, it's not deeper than 5 or 4 feet. 9 times out of 10, everything's been 4 to 5 feet. If they go deeper, I can go deeper. If they don't, there's some colors that work. Your brown and your crawls, your fire tigers, your chartreuse and blackbacks. Random colors, shallow weight running crankbaits. Again, lipless crankbaits, brand new 13 fishing jabberjaw crankbaits. This is what I bring. And again, it's a lure lock technology. So you guys see, ain't nothing falling, right? Nothing's falling out this box. So basically, I have 2 trays in this one box that have all of my essentials that I need, my baits that I need, and I'm ready to go fishing. Now, on top of that, I have one more bin in here at the bottom. It's a bottom section that is also lure lock technology, so nothing will fall out. But I have baits down there as well. So down here, I have my topwater poppers, some frogs, and I have my jigs and chatterbaits down here. I put that down there, and that's it. So basically, I fill that up, get it ready to go. I'm ready to hit the water. That's what I have. And I really don't need all 3 of those trays. I really only need like 2 of them most of the time, but I have them all, and they're all there and ready to go. So that is how I store my stuff for in the lure lock box, because it's there, it's in this box, it's not falling out, I don't have to worry about it, and I can put everything all right in this one box. So basically, like I said, I pull up, get to our first spot in the one box, I see that we're in about 10 feet of water, wind's moving, I think I might want to go with the crankbait, right? Boom, pull out a crankbait, go to my second layer of my box, pull out a crankbait, tie it on, cast out, let's go, we're good to go. The other box, and this is what I'm working on trying to incorporate in this first box I mentioned, because I don't want to bring 2 boxes. But right now I'm bringing 2 boxes. So the other box I bring is a box full of Woo Tungsten and my weights. It has to be organized. It's in pretty bad shape right now because I just had a tournament. I tore this thing up because I was trying to find stuff. But these are all my weights, all my hooks. So I have my Texas rig hooks, my weighted hooks, my weights, drop shot, flipping, everything, a ton of shaky heads, ton of wacky rigs, trailer hooks, another wacky rig tool, and a spoon. I mean, you never know. Again, all my shaky heads and drop shot weights and all that stuff. So this is a box just of weights and hooks. That's it. Terminal tackle, the baits I'm fishing with. I pack those 2 boxes. That's it. That's literally. But again, the one box is 3 in 1. The other one, 3 smaller boxes in 1, and then 1 box is just my terminal tackle. I pack those. This is usually the bag I bring. So it's a Red Gills bag. I'm wearing a Red Gills shirt too. I like Red Gills. But basically what I do is I slide both these boxes front facing right into here. Okay, so I slide them right in here. Boom. Slide right in. Slide the other box right in. Now, the only thing is with this bag, it's too big to fit in most compartments. The fully filled up. So what I've been doing lately is in the top half of the bag, because you guys looked through all that stuff I had, and none of that was my soft plastics. So what I do for my soft plastics, I put them in the top half of this bag. So basically the bottom half of this bag, you guys can see, the bottom half is my 2 things I told you about. The top half is my soft plastics. And basically I bring 1 little bag of soft plastics. And I say little, it's kind of little, but this is it. I bring this 1 bag of soft plastics. Berkley power bait, Berkley mostly, some Yum, yeah, and that's it. I put all my soft plastics right in here. Boom. Close it up. That's it. So what I do usually tournament day, I take this bag, this soft plastic bag, I put it in the floor by my feet. Put my rods on one side, put this bag in the floor. Because I know this is the one I'm going to go through real quickly to try to figure out what the color is. Like what color they're biting on. So I'll run through a bunch of soft plastics, searching, trying to figure out where they're at. Because if they're not hitting the moving stuff when I start off with that, I'm obviously going to be just cycling through soft plastic worms. Because again, I'm a coangler in most of these tournaments that I'm talking about, that I'm giving tips for. So basically, I just need soft plastic. I need some kind of worm, a trick worm, a Cinco, a finesse worm, something like that. And I need multiple colors of it. That's it. Basically, that's all you need. A finesse worm, a trick worm, a Cinco, maybe a ribbon tail, just depends. Rig it wacky, rig it weightless, rig it Nico, any of these kind of rigs that are really finesse for like tough days. Rig those up and just go to work with that. And then bring you a rod or 2 for some moving baits in case you got to throw a Texas rig or a jig around, or a spinner bait or a crank bait or something like that. Bring you some rods for that kind of stuff. Bring you 2 spinning rods and like 3 bait casters, and that's it. That's pretty much all you need. 2 spinning rods, 3 bait casters, spinner bait, crank bait, Texas rig. You covered all the depths, right? Texas rig's going to the bottom. Spinner bait you can run in the surface or the middle or the bottom, and then your crankbait usually run through the can run in the middle, like above the grass, depending on the depth you get, or it can run like right on the bottom and bang into all the rocks and everything. You've covered all 3 depths. On your spinning rod, put you a wacky rig and a Texas rig, and that's it. Like literally, to be a co-angler, those 5 baits. If you bring those 5 baits and you stick to your game plan of trying to figure out the right color and making the right cast, it's way more important to make the right cast than it is to have 1,000 things in your thing. Like just make the right cast and you got a good shot. So I will say that. So what I do, like I said, to make my bag fit, when I close it up like this, now it'll fit in the compartment. So I don't have to worry about it. It'll fit in any compartment when I take the top part out. Put this at my feet, my rods, hold on tight. The other thing too, a lot of co-anglers lose their hat. That's a big thing. So don't lose your hat, right? So what I've been doing lately is I take my hat and I actually attach it to my soft plastic bag. There's no way this bag is getting past me without me catching this bag because it's at my feet. So I put my feet on top of it basically while we're running. I attach my hat to it, keep my glasses on so the wind and things don't smack my eyeballs out before I get anywhere. And I haven't lost anything so far with my new system. So I really like it. So clip your hat to this or hold it in your hand or whatever the case may be. Clip your hat. You may even want to tuck your shirt in when you're riding because sometimes the ride is like really rough and your shirt's going up and your life jacket's going up and then you're trying to hold on to your hat and you're trying to hold on to your shirt, and you're trying to hold on to this because you're going 75 miles an hour with a complete stranger through waves and have no idea. So like all your stuff's discombobulated, and then by the time you get to your first spot, you're like, you look like this, right? Your shirt's like this, and your stuff is, and man, you don't even want to make no cast at that point. But it's interesting. So these things are fun. That's why I say you guys need to enter these things. They're fun. No matter how much I say about like different people and stuff you deal with, it's still fun. If you're a bass angler, you've got to get in one as a co and just get out there just for the experience. Spend $100, get out on the water, and have some fun in these tournaments. But again, my soft plastic bag, I stick it in here. And that's it, guys. Like, I'm ready to go with that soft plastic bag in there. All my terminal tackle, my hard baits, and my essentials, like my scissors and all that stuff, right in that other little plastic thing. Now, this bag does have extra compartments, so I do store sometimes like little tiny baits. So I have my little spinnerbait trailers and tiny trailers. I just put them in the side. I mean, there's no method to that particular part. It's just like whatever fits. This side, I do, just like most people in America, I have to take medicine for certain things. So I bring a little bag of allergy medicine, Tylenol medicine. You never know if you're going to get a headache or a muscle cramp or something out there. I do bring that. I bring gloves. We are in the middle of a pandemic. I ain't taking no chances, so I do bring gloves. I bring kind of muscle cream. Sometimes, you know, your back stuff don't feel that good. I bring wipes just in case. I bring an extra backup mask just in case I get to the ramp and somehow somebody... You'd have to physically take it off me. I'm not losing my mask. I always keep my mask, but if somehow I don't have my mask, it falls off, I have a backup mask in there because you're not going to not allow me to do what I need to do because I don't have a mask. I have a backup mask to the mask I have, and I usually have another mask in my pocket. I also always bring this. It's not the boater's job to make sure your fish stays alive. You caught the fish, you check on the fish, you manage the fish. Okay, it's up to you to make sure your fish stays alive. The boaters don't care. And probably if you caught a 4-pounder off a spot that they went to, they not gonna care if your fish stay alive one bit. There's no reason for them to care if your fish stay alive. You caught the 4-pounder. That 4-pounder probably could have won them the tournament. They don't care if your fish stay alive. You gotta care if your fish stay alive. So that's up to you. Be a responsible angler. And I always bring the please release me with me. So if I catch a fish and he doesn't put anything in the live well, or the boater doesn't, because again, it's not his job. That's my fish. I've caught the fish. That's my deal. I have to keep that fish alive. So what I do is I bring my please release me. I dump some in the box if necessary, and we're good. Every boater I've had thus far has been fantastic about keeping everybody's fish alive. They do a really good job about it, and I'm super excited. When I get in the boat and I know that somebody's fish cares like their deal. So they cut the live wells on. They have the bags of ice. They have peroxide. They have please release me. Or that kind of thing. Like, but I always bring my own. You never want to be on a boat with somebody and your fish is struggling and you have nothing to help yourself. Also, too, you never know. Again, you just never know. So, like I said, I bring. Sometimes I have acid reflux. If you guys may remember, I mentioned that in a couple of videos. I have acid reflux as well. So sometimes I bring like some Rolaids or some Gaviscon. Like I said, Tylenol, my allergy medicine. I bring these things with me just to make sure that I'm prepared. Because again, you're on a boat with a stranger in the middle of the water. If you eat the wrong thing, or you don't eat enough, or you're fishing for 6 hours and forget to eat, and you have reflux, it gets really bad. So you have to eat. But I also bring some medicine because you don't want to have your tournament outcome be decided because you didn't plan properly. And that's my big thing, is planning. So like I mentioned, I pack a lunch that's good for me to eat, but I also bring something with me just in case my reflux messes up. Stress sometimes bothers it. So if you're having a stressful day, things aren't going that great, sometimes that can mess with you. Your reflux, it can mess with your head, it can mess with your muscles, that kind of thing. It can get a little stressful. So a little bit of cream goes a long way. I showed you guys last night the BioFreeze and the Penetrex. I usually have these. I put these in my lunch bag. Can't use them together. I usually put BioFreeze in my lunch bag. And that way I just take it out. I got the roller. So basically it's not all messy on the boat. I just get the roller, rub it on my neck, rub it on this nerve, this right here, this deal I have with my neck here. Rub it on there and I'm usually good. So that's a big deal for the tournaments, is when I say being prepared, it goes beyond fishing. If you're a co-angler or a boater, it goes beyond fishing. Being prepared. Being prepared means make sure the plug is in the boat, but being prepared also means making sure that you have some muscle cream. Because again, if you get really tight in the middle of the day and you didn't bring your Motrin 800, you ain't gonna be able to fish like you want to because your muscles are tight. Like your nerves, like if you have a pinched nerve or something and it flares up every once in a while, being prepared as an angler also means bringing your creams and your stuff if you need to. If you don't need to, don't bring cream for nothing. But I'm just saying, for me, I know that I have. Hey, what's up? What's up, Tiger Muskianum? Tiger Muskianum. Okay, I think I see what you did there. But again, being prepared just means that as well. So like I said, for my bag, for my tournament co-angler bag, or my boater bag, I bring the same bag when I go on my boat as well. I have a lot of tackle in my boat already, so this is like some of my stuff, but I have most of it in my boat already on tournament day. But I also bring this bag too, especially if I'm fishing by myself. I'll bring this bag, or I'll take the 2 boxes out, drop them in my boat, take the soft plastic bag out, throw it underneath my driver's console, and then I roll like that. So either way, and then of course I throw the medicine somewhere. But again, this pocket holds my medicine. This pocket just holds random soft plastic baits. Now this is very important. You never know when there's an emergency that might come up. So I always bring a whistle. A lot of these tournaments you launch. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. A lot of these tournaments you launch early in the morning. So I always bring a flashlight. Sorry about that. Oh, that was kind of crazy. I always bring a flashlight, a head one. So basically, like if I got to meet a boater at 5:30 in the morning, I have a headlamp that I can see my stuff and get organized. So I always bring a headlamp. Always bring my whistle. You never know when you might get a little dizzy as well. This should go in my medicine compartment, but this is Dramamine. Whether you might get dizzy, your boater might get or somebody that you see might get busy. I always bring some Dramamine. Always bring a scale every time. 100% bring a scale. I'm not trusting nobody else's scale. And then this I started bringing after a couple of things that I read and saw that didn't go that well for some people. I always bring this. Now, this is just me personally. This may not be you guys' deal. But this is something I always bring. So you ask, well, what is it? So this is a water filtration. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. You gotta I have Dramamine. That's one thing I always bring, but I also bring Meclizine as well. So I also have the Meclizine travel sickness as well, and the Dramamine. So I have a couple ways to make sure that I'm going to be good on the water for an extended period of time. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my Dramamine in there now. But this is the other thing I always bring on tournament day is this. Now, this is basically it's a water filtration deal. So if you are somehow trapped on the water and you can't get out and they got to come find you in the search and the whole nine. Sometimes the water where you're at may not be drinkable water, but you want to stay around so that someone can come find you and be able to get you. So what I have is this deal, which I can drink through this. It filters any water, anywhere, anytime. It filters it to where I can drink it. Or if I'm just really thirsty and I want something to drink and I ran out of water, I can drink my water through this and it actually filters the water for me. So let's not go gloom and doom. Let's go positive. Like this is, I can drink any water through this because it's a filter system. So I just put this in the water. I can drink it and it won't bother you. You're fine. Like obviously you'll drink what you have to drink to keep yourself moving. I get dehydrated sometimes. My veins start popping out. This is a water filtration deal that I always bring with me every tournament. Just in case you need water. If I need water, and like I mentioned with the reflux and stuff, sometimes you need water. You need to eat. You need to drink. You may have run out. It may be a situation. You want to be prepared. So that's something I always bring. That's just me personally, because I'm weird. The other thing is, okay, so that I pack. Again, I have a soft plastic bag that I pack, and that's usually where all my soft plastics are at. It's good to go. Everything's in there that I need. But there are some things that I know that are like go-to that I don't want to search through that bag, even though the bag's organized very meticulously by color and by lure maker. So I have all my June bug all together, you know what I mean? Like it's meticulous, but there are some things that I want to grab quick, which I put in the side pockets. So basically, I know that on most bodies of water, a drop shot is going to work, or Ned rig is going to work. So I put all my drop shot Ned rig baits, boom, right there. All my drop shot Ned rig baits. These are all missile baits, bomb shots, or quiver 4.5 or missile bait bomb shots. I know that these work. 10 out of 10 places these will work to catch you a fish. If there's a fish there, this will catch them. So I put this in a pocket that's like quick grab. Those and my Ned rig baits. So some Z-Man TRDs. I put those and then these two. So a watermelon chartreuse worm or watermelon red chartreuse worm is going to catch fish anywhere in America. I don't care where you go. One of these worms will catch you something. Wacky rig, shaky head. You can even put this sucker on a drop shot. It don't matter. Wherever you're at in America, one of these two worms will catch you something. This missile baits bomb shot will catch you something anywhere in the world. So I know that. So I put these right on the side pocket. Because basically when I get there, I want to grab one of those. I have to grab one of those. Especially if it's a tough day and I know, or if I just want to have a good day. Speaking of good days, I used the finesse version of this watermelon chartreuse worm. You guys will see the video soon. Caught well over 30 fish. Same worm. I used literally, I think, 3 different worms. 3 different ones out of the same pack. One caught me 20 fish before I had to change the worm. Like it was that catch. And then I switched up to a quiver. A missile baits quiver. Through the quiver, caught more fish. Switch back to the worm, caught more fish. So the finesse version of this or the trick worm will catch them anywhere in the world. If you haven't tried it, you gotta try it. This color, especially clear lakes, deep clear lakes, shallow lakes, ponds, dirty water. I mean, it don't matter because again, you got that chartreuse tail. So even if it's stained water, still throw this sucker. The action, the tail just sits there like it'll. Even when you reel it slowly, the tail just quivers behind. I've caught fish swimming this, like I've caught them dropping it and the tail just quivering in the air. I've caught it, of course, hopping it. I mean, like I said, take your pick. This worm and these missile baits will catch them anywhere you go. Flat out. Matter of fact, take this to hunt and run. If y'all live in Virginia, anywhere near me, take this worm to hunt and run. Take the finesse version or this one. Take it to hunt and run. Look where the stick-ups are. Throw it, hop it, hold on tight. I guarantee you. If you don't catch it, there's something wrong with your pole or your fishing skills. All right, now the other pocket, same deal. I know there's certain things that are going to work across the world. We all know a Cinco will work across the world. So red, watermelon, black, Cinco is going to work anywhere in America. I'm taking. So I said trick worms work anywhere in America. So I put another bag of trick worms, finesse worms, another bag of trick worms, finesse worms, another bag of worms. So I filled this thing up with worms. And then, of course, I got a couple creature baits. I just throw those on the side because creature baits haven't been working for me lately at all. So you can never go wrong with these type of baits. So anything I know that I want to grab quick. Now, these are in the side pocket because you guys see Guggen baits. Don't care at all that they're Guggen baits. I don't care that they're Guggen baits. It's a Cinco. Cinco going to be a Cinco. They're all different. They all fall different. They all smell different. They all do something different. But a Cinco is a Cinco is a Cinco. Yamamoto Cinco, Guggen Cinco. The only the different ones are like the big bites bait something or clout worm or something like that, but it's the type of bait that you're fishing, the worm style. That's what I'm trying to get at, the worm style. These are just bought, so that's why they're on the side right now, but they wouldn't be in here. They're actually going to move to the inside pocket with the other Cincos. This is just for, like I said, these zoom trick worms and the drop shot baits. That's literally all I have on the side. These creature baits are going to go inside the box as well. I just keep what's on the side of what I immediately know I want to grab right off the bat. I know I want to pull up. If I can see, if the water is a little bit dirty on the outside of the dock, but underneath the dock I can see clearly, I'm grabbing that chartreuse worm and I'm pitching it and I'm letting it sit and I'm just shaking it and I know I'm going to get bit. If a fish is there, I know I'm going to get bit. Ain't no fish there, then if you skip a bait in a perfect position, you don't get bit, there's no fish there. Okay. It's very simple. It's not even like rocket science. You skip it, you let it fall, it's on your favorite rod with your favorite line, mine being a 13 Fishing Muse black or an NB black. Skip it, let it fall. If it hits the ground, it don't bite, won't nothing there. And I know 100% without a shadow of a doubt that there was nothing there because this will catch them if it's there. Flat out. I know that. So that's why I keep those right there. Lastly, the last thing I bring, I usually keep my glasses on my head because I don't want to forget them, but I do also put in here glasses. These are my Costas, but I also have my Waterlands, and then I have my thing to wipe off my lenses, and then I have my face buffs. So this one's my Omega face buff, but I also have my Wu Tungsten face buff. I have a couple different things in there as well. So the top part's glasses. I usually put both pair of glasses in there, or I keep one on and I have another one. I have green mirrors and I have blue mirrors. So it just depends on the day, what I'm doing. And lastly, I have one other little compartment here. And this one, I keep my sunscreen. And if there's a random frog, I put a random frog in there and sunscreen. Because you never know when you might need a frog. Pull up on a good spot, need a frog. You want to have a frog, and that's what I want to do. So always have a frog there. But that's what I'm doing. That's how I prepare for my tournaments. That's how I keep all my stuff stored. This is the bag. That's why I wanted to do this video. So this bag is what I bring. Again, you can put your hard cases in there. Soft plastic stuff goes right up here in the top or whatever. Most people, like, if you have all your stuff down here, like everything, your soft plastic, everything's all down here. In here, you can put your lunch, and you literally just have to bring your rods. Yes, yeah, I wear sunproof Ozark Outfitters shirt. I wear the sunproof Ozark Outfitters shirt typically now that I have it. I just got it last week. I wear that shirt. I sometimes wear gloves. I don't like fishing in gloves, but sometimes I wear the gloves. But then I've been bringing the sunproof gear because I wear shorts. So I put the sunscreen on my legs. My arms are good usually because I have the shirt. I put the sunscreen on my legs, and then I keep the face buff over my neck to keep my neck good. But I do put it on my legs because I don't want them suckers to just burn, or my feet to just burn. Because I wear these, sometimes I wear the Crocs. I haven't been wearing them lately when it's been 90 degrees outside because my feet get burned in the holes. It's really weird and I don't like it. So I've been wearing actually like tennis shoes. And then I've actually been wearing long pants. Like the last tournament was 90 degrees and I had on jogging pants because they have zipper pockets. That's another key thing. So I wear the zipper pocket pants. So I can throw like 4 baits in my pockets, zip them up. I can put my stuff in my pocket, zip it up. The other thing too for your tournaments, a big thing for me is that as soon as I get in the boat of the guy, I take my wallet, my keys, my phone, I throw them in the compartment, or I throw them right inside my bag. And I throw my bag inside the compartment. Wallet, keys, phone, everything. I throw it in here. That way it's going to all come back with me when I grab this bag when I leave out the thing. So that's been huge for me lately. That way I don't lose anything or leave anything. And that's it. I wanted to do this video, 37 minutes, a little bit longer than I thought about, but wanted to do this video, guys, just telling you what I'm doing, what I'm throwing. I'm actually about to re-rig because I have another tournament coming up. These are some things I use as well. I like to use these 6 cents Divine Shaky Head worms, and this is the finesse worm that I was talking about. The watermelon red zoom finesse worm. I just dye the tail, or I may keep it like this. This hasn't worked for me at all. I mean, not at all. If I don't dye the tail, and it might just be a confidence thing for me, dyeing the tail, but I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing what works. So, dye the tail. This I like, especially this color. This grass candy color it's been lights out, dude. Lights out. Hey, Smith Outdoors. What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining in. So I'm almost about done here, guys. Again, just going over what I put in my bag for tournament day, what I'm fishing, what works. And some tips, some actual tips for codes. Because I feel like I did the last video. I did share some tips, but I didn't quite give them all. I didn't quite give what I felt like would be really good tips. So what I'm doing now is I do have to re-rig. So also too, when I go to tournaments, I always bring these TRC covers. They protect my stuff and they float. So even if they blow out, I can get them and they're okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, same here. I've been working on one all day. I almost got it ready. I'm down to like 42 minutes, so I got to keep on editing. But this is one of my favorite combos. This is pretty much what I've caught majority of my fish on in these tournaments is this Muse Black rod from 13 Fishing. It's a great rod. It's about $185 rod, but it's a really great rod for pretty much any technique. This is the medium light. I do have a medium coming because I feel like a medium just gives you a little bit more backbone, especially depending on some scenarios. But this medium light has been the deal for me. I can feel everything and I absolutely love it. So what I'm doing now is, like I said, actually re-rigging. Jackhammer Stealth, yes, it's gonna be nice. I use all Omega Custom Tackle chatterbaits, but I'm not blind, so I can see that they're coming out with a nice little blade, that stealth blade. I'm really curious to see if it's like an actual deal. You know, if I throw the actual jackhammer with the gold blade, or that blade is going to be like that big of a difference. But I think it could. I think it definitely could be a big player because they don't see that shiny blade coming. may be able to pick off a couple more fish. So like I said, guys, I'm about to re-rig here for the tournament I have coming up this weekend, and I'm about to tie on a wacky rig. So wacky rig Senko, um, I'm about to tie on now. I've got it already, O-ring and everything on there, good to go. So I'm going to rig this up, and what I've noticed and what's helped me out a lot lately is, so whatever I plan on fishing is to I take it out to my local pond and I practice with it. Now, obviously, I practice with wacky rig a lot, so that I don't really need to practice with this, but it can't hurt because it basically just helps you understand all aspects of what this bait can do and what it's gonna do. Yeah, no, not in these tournaments. I can't do no power fishing. That stuff don't work in these things. I wish it would. Dear God, I wish it would. I wish I could just go out there and throw a jig or throw some kind of moving bait all day and just light them up, but it just it hasn't panned out that way. So this is it, little wacky rig deal. Not even weighted, just a little wacky rig deal. I got the hook coming back this way. Hook actually might be a little big, but it's okay. O-ring. Favorite right now is a very relative term, but I would say drop shot right now is my absolute favorite for this particular time of year. Is drop shot, hands down, because it catches fish. Like, I've probably caught 35 fish this week, and we're on Tuesday. Like, the drop shot just catches fish. Like, I can go anywhere, any lake, any country, anywhere, and I can catch fish on a drop shot. So that's actually what I'm tying on. I put the wacky rig on that rod. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people that do drop shot down south. They be wanting to get on some fish. So I'm actually gonna tie. Actually, yeah, this is a little bit more finessey. I'm gonna tie this drop shot on. I'm gonna tie the drop shot on this pole. It's got a little bit more backbone, but it's okay. I got a little bit tougher line. Color, that watermelon chartreuse tip is usually has been my go-to pretty much everywhere, but I will change the color quick, especially a wacky rig. That's why if I showed y'all my actual inside my bag, and sorry guys, I'm retying like right now. I'm trying to like retie. If I showed you inside my bag, it's basically Junebug Senko, green pumpkin Senko, green pumpkin blue Senko, black blue flake Senko, black blue laminate Senko, watermelon red Senko, watermelon red chartreuse tip Senko. That's pretty much what that's pretty much what's in that bag. And then some Zoom finesse worms. Lunker log. Let me get that out the way. Lunker log. That's it. That's really the only one I've actually used of theirs. Tried the Kraken. I tried I do like the rattling Ned too. I feel like that's a very innovative bait with that thing in the tail. I was doing that myself. I'll show you guys my box too. I was putting rattles in the tail of my bait or inside my Senko. I put a little rattle in there, and I may actually do that again this weekend for the tournament, just to give me something different. Right now I'm tying a drop shot, guys. So, I mean, that's the thing. I don't mind fishing a drop shot because I can tie it in like 30 seconds. Like, it's nothing, because I think I've explained it to in some of my videos before. If you guys started bass fishing with a Texas rig or a crankbait, I started bass fishing with a drop shot. Like, that's how I learned. I tried a jig off the break, caught like one fish, and then I was like, what do you do? Oh, I do like the biffle bug. I was like, basically just looking up, like, what do you do to catch fish like all the time? Like, how do you catch fish on tough days? How do you catch fish on cloudy days? How do you catch fish on? And it was like, throw a drop shot. So I was like, boom, let's just skip the crap. Let's just go right to the drop shot. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. So right there, I just had to make sure it was lined up. There's a key about the drop shot is you gotta make sure that your stuff is straight. So when I pull this thing back through the hook, my hook has to stand up like straight. So I don't know if you guys can even see that, but my hook has to stand up, because that's how you get your action in your worm. And what I'm using now is a Texas rig hook. But like, See, that's too high. So that snapped up a little bit too high. So that right there should be good. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, no, I like fishing it in like friggin' 30 feet of water, 40 feet of water, or lately I've been fishing it in 4 feet. It's all good. It's just very, very leader size and roll with it. But that's pretty much it. Drop shot's done. Like, I got it tied. Hook is, it's pretty good. The leader I have right now is way too long, so I'm gonna try to fix that. And I put a pretty big weight on at the bottom and roll with it. So I'm gonna try to make my leader a little bit less. And that's it. Drop shot tied. So like a lot of times you see a lot of these guys out here, they make a drop shot look like it's friggin' you know, you're doing some kind of other outer world math. Oh nice, that's cool, man. I had a guy that asked me to do that kind of stuff for a while, and it's just, I don't think it's bad, but I just don't mind. I don't mind supporting other people, but also you need people that make baits, like, and come up with new ideas and try new stuff. So I'm all for it. I don't vary too much what I fish, so I can't really help too much with starting new companies, because I ain't throwing some worm I ain't never seen before. I'd rather just throw what I know that work. But I do have a buddy that makes me baits, and he can make pretty much anything I want. So if I want to. All right, so that's that. Drop shot is tied, and boom, just like that, it's ready to go. You guys see how it's on the side like that? I mean, it's hanging down obviously because of the weight of the tail, but this is how it's supposed to do, and it just sits there like that, hop, or it'll go down, and the tail is up. You can swim it through. You can just reel it through grass if you want. Like, the drop shot is money. So basically, I just sat there and it only took me longer than normal because of the freaking because of the that stupid loop. Oh, nice. Okay, that's what's up. Are you like a guide or something, or like tournament fishing? No, I sell insurance for a living, so that's what I do. I fishing, but I do more fishing than I do selling insurance, so that's probably. And also play music for a living. Actually, right now, musician. That's what I'm a musician, but fishing, clearly you guys know that's where it's at. That's what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do. But yeah, that's it. My other tip, guys, that I do, because again, I'm just sharing lots of tips. I always put a rubber band. Oh, okay, nice. That's what's up. So what I do is I put a rubber, either like a hair tie or something, or down here at the bottom to keep my weight. Oh, okay. See, a lot of tournament anglers that I know of, they all have their own business. So they're like real estate agent or lawn care or electrician or something like that. A job where you own your own business, your own schedule, you do your own thing. That's what I'm doing right now. I have my own thing. I do my own thing. But you have the flexibility to be able to fish the tournaments when you want to fish, and you have the money to be able to fish. So you're not fishing hoping you win this tournament so you can pay your mortgage. Like, that's not how. You have enough to pay your mortgage, and then you fish to get more money on top of, and because it's something that you love to do. So the other thing is, like I said, the rods. I'm about to make some changes to my setups because I actually went fishing earlier today and I only caught, I think, 2 fish. It was a pretty daggone rough day. I think it's the time of day that I went though. So I'm making some changes right now to my setups, and I'll be having these ready to go for tomorrow. I showed you guys the drop shot tied on the wacky rig. I had a chatterbait on here, but I have not been getting bit on a chatterbait. I have not been getting bit. Throughout the spring and early summer, a chatterbait was absolutely killing. And on the Potomac, a chatterbait absolutely crushes them. But I just have not been getting bit on it lately. So I'm going to make a slight adjustment. I'm not going to tie a jig on. Again, this is my tackle storage box. Spinnerbait, white, some form of white. And then white in the chartreuse. And then try to find more white. I have not had luck on pretty much any other spinnerbait, but I have caught the lights out of them. On white. All right, so I'm gonna tie on a little jig. Like I said, my box has all my baits. All my baits can fit in this one box, and it's like the best thing in the world. So, like I said, I'm gonna tie on a little swimming jig here, because I have had some really good luck with the swimming jig as of late. I mean, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. Chatterbait, the only trailer I've had that works good is a Rage Menace. Sorry. That's the only one I've had that's worked good as a Rage Menace. There's a lot that do work good for other people, but I ain't other people. Rage Menace. On spinnerbait, that's the trailer I had in my little box. It's the one I've used that when I've had my best days of fishing with a spinnerbait has been a little trailer that you get from Walmart called an Arky Twin Tail. And I tie on an Arky Twin Tail on a spinnerbait, and I put a trailer hook on. That combo has been the absolute deal. All right, guys, I don't want to belabor the point. I appreciate you guys being in here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. So, again, I am retying and getting myself ready. I have a big tournament this weekend coming up, and I want to be prepared for it. So I am tying on some things that I think are going to make me prepared for it. I had gotten into using these for a while, then I kind of backed off of them, but these are Kitex. So I'm actually tying on my swimming jig, and I'm going to put a Kitech on here. I also put a Biospawn, like an exopod on there as well on my swimming jig, but I do a couple different things on the swimming jig. I think I've had a little bit more luck with a few different things on a swimming jig, versatility wise. I can kind of open up the playbook, so to speak, on the swim jigs. But just tied on one right now. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I would love to show you guys, but you may be in a tournament on Saturday, and I ain't gonna give you my juice right now. Last but not least, I'm retying one more bait. This is the 13 Fishing Jabberjaw. They're brand new crankbait. You literally cannot get it anywhere. It's not in stock. It's on back order. Tackle Warehouse says they'll be in at some point in life. I have some. I have like 5 of them. So it's great. It's a good thing to be a part of Team 13, but it's also a good thing to be resourceful and look for stuff on your own. So I was able to look and find these baits, even though they're not available anywhere in America and you cannot find them. I was able to find them, and now I'm able to use them, whereas other people may not be able to use them. So I'm very excited about that, and that's really good news for me. Now it's just about finding the right color and getting the action dialed in, because the action on this bait is way different than what I'm used to on a crankbait, because it's a crankbait. You guys, so the 13 Fishing Jabberjaw, you guys may actually not even be familiar with it, but it's a chatterbait and a crankbait in one. That's how they advertise it. That's what it's supposed to do. It's a chatterbait and a crankbait all in one. So I'll show you. It has the chatterbait blade. So I don't know if you guys see that this is a crankbait, okay, but it has a chatterbait blade. So the blade, just like it would be on a chatterbait, it goes side to side in there. It makes a little clack, 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 clack. It's got a very little weight system, a faint little rattle system in there. Phenomenal paint job. You guys can see, and then super sticky hooks that just hooked me. So this is the 13 Fishing Jabberjaw. It's their newest, hottest bait. You guys may see Jacob Wheeler with it. Like this sucker is like the absolute deal. From the action to the paint to what it does, the Jabberjaw. So this is the new bait from 13 Fishing. Like I said, I got my hands on it. I think I got 5 of them, maybe 6 of them, and I may have 2 more coming. So this is the absolute deal. I lost a giant fish on it yesterday, and I'm very upset about that because I wanted to show everybody, but I lost it. He jumped up, and it's 100% my fault. I set the hook. I was bank fishing, so it was a freaking stupid big tree. I set the hook kind of awkward. I didn't think I got a good hook in him when it felt him bite. I saw him jump up and spit the bait, and I'm pretty sure it was my fault. Pretty sure it was my fault, and that's unfortunate because, like I said, that was a big fish. It was at very least, it had to be a 4-pounder. And the reason why I say that is because I saw it. He might have been high 3s, but he definitely looked every bit of 4 on a jabber jaw. I haven't got many bites on it, but I did get that one, and I'm a little bummed that I didn't get it. Now, before I get the flack already from the people way in the back that like to do this to me for no reason, it probably was your setup. You didn't have the right setup. Like, that's, I hear you wanting to tell me that already. For the record, I just want to show you the setup. So I have the 13 Fishing NV Black crankbait rod. This is a $185 or $225 rod. I have the 13 Fishing Concept Gen A2 reel. This is a $185 reel. So before you jump on me about not having the right gear, this is a $200 rod and about a $200 reel. This is a $400 combo. So if something's gonna catch that fish, it's gonna be this combo. Okay, just want you guys to just understand what I'm trying to tell you. I am on Team 13 Fishing. Like, that's where it is. That's what I do. This is 13 Fishing. It ain't the gear. Like I said, it was a really awkward hook set. He bit at the end of a very long cast. I felt it because of my equipment. Otherwise, I think I may not even have gotten near this fish. He bit on the very end of a long cast. I went to set the hook, but when I set it, I went like kind of awkwardly, and I was in between a bush and in between another bush, and I had something over top of my head. So I put myself in a tough spot. I knew if I did get bit at the end of this cast, it was going to be difficult to land. And then, of course, I did get the bite. I did see the fish, but I didn't get him to the boat. So I just want to, because I did have someone comment on one of my things and be like, get yourself a cast. I have 2 of these, matter of fact. I have 2 of these setups specifically for cranking. I don't have a setup specific for anything but cranking. My medium light it's a medium light rod. It doesn't say drop shot rod. It's not a DSR. It is a medium light action. I use it for drop shot. I use it for wacky rig, but it's not specific. These are technique specific, like proven things for catching fish that I have for cranking. I bought 2 specific cranking setups. I'm like, I have to have a cranking setup, even a slower gear ratio reel. This is like a 6:6 to 1. I didn't get the 5. I can reel slower if I need to. I'd rather have a little bit more speed, but because usually I'm trying to burn it down some riprap or something. But I have the right gear. Again, I think I just lost that fish because I was at an awkward angle, and I guarantee you I'm gonna catch him again. So I'm not even worried about it because I know where he's at, and I know where his friends is at, and I've caught them there before. So that was my little rant, because I get tired of people that do that. Like, so many people swear they know everything. Like, they're just like freaking rocket scientists. I don't claim to be a rocket scientist when it comes to fishing, but I use what I use, and I know what I got that works out good. So I'm gonna try a different color though for the jabberjaw. So this is my other color that I have for the jabberjaw. This color right here, orange on the bottom, brown on the top. This thing right here is money, and it's gonna be money on the Potomac too, because this is every crawfish that I pull out of my live well on the Potomac looks just like this. Again, 13 Fishing jabberjaw. Paint job's fantastic. I'm gonna use this one on my next trip out and see if I can get bit. I also have another color. It's a chartreuse and black back with the orange belly. That's the one I missed that fish on. That thing is fire for dirtier water. I was fishing not even dirty enough water to use that bait, but it's the only one I had tied on, and I wasn't walking back to my truck to get another one. So let's retie the setup. 13 Fishing jabberjaw. And the last thing I'm going to show you guys before I get up out of here, I appreciate you guys tuning in to the channel. And trust me, you don't want to miss this last thing. You may like the other guy, Hayes. I think he likes Hayes Smith Outdoors. He likes, I think he said he likes Lose or something like that. I don't knock nobody's gear. You use what you use to be successful when you get to the water, and you use what you need to use to make sure that you feel good and that you left it all out there. But I use what I use. But I am going to show you guys this, because this literally just came out too. For my co-anglers, my boaters, whoever you are, I don't care. We can all get on with this here. So I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to catch y'all I got to get more robo worm hooks, guys. I'm down to 3 drop shot hooks, and I have 2 really big tournaments coming up. I cannot afford to lose. I lost 1 today. I've had that same hook on for 2 weeks. All I do is just keep sharpening it if I need to, but it's sticky robo worm hook. All right, this is the last deal I'm gonna show you guys, and then I'm out of here soon. Ooh, oh, shoot. Something started falling on my foot. I thought I was being attacked. It was freaking worms. Jeez, I was about to lose that tournament. All my worms were on the floor. Okay. I'm gonna put them up here for now. I do have another trip out before the tournament that I'm gonna try to make, so try to figure that out. And I gotta throw away all my fishing line, guys. I got a small baby here and don't want to take any chances. Fishing line. So, last thing, this you guys don't want to miss. Yes, it's 13. This is not a commercial, trust me, but this is the brand new, literally just came out, Concept Z2. So I actually have the Concept Z. It's right here. You guys know the famous orange reel that came out. Everybody was like, oh my god, the orange reel. Okay, Concept Z. This is the Z2. Okay, comes in a fancy pack, right? It's called a skull cap. Keeps your rod safe. It's orange, like kind of foamy, rubbery material that keeps your reel safe. But inside of it, I got this sucker in the mail today. Take a look at this, guys. The Concept Z2 from 13 Fishing. It's not orange anymore, guys. It's gray, carbon, like with orange knobs. You guys, I'm trying to tell you, I haven't even put it on yet. I have not even put it on yet. Like, I'm going to have a rod coming for it, a Muse. This thing, 6.7 ounces, all super light. Has a slide, so it's Concept Z2 slide. Has a slide that lets you go to flipping and pitching, I believe, or like long casts. It's got a little button here where you can slide and change your technique. So, guys, this right here, absolute. I have not even made a cast with it yet, but just the feel and the build, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel light, because it's not either one of those. I mean, it's light, but it's not cheapy light. Like it's a good quality light. Guys, this sucker right here. Again, I mentioned the other reels. They're like $200. This is even more than those. This one actually is $275 reel. $275 reel right here. So this ain't for everybody that's fishing. Like, this ain't, I just got into fishing, let me get it. Now, it is if you just got into fishing and you want to go right to the top and get the best equipment that you possibly can and don't look back. You can jump. You actually, I'll take this back. You don't even need to jump this far. Just go Concept A Gen 2, get you a bunch of them, and take off. You won't need this. This just came out. I want this. I want to try this. We're gonna see how it works. So I'm excited to give it a whirl. Has this little protection thing to keep it safe, but this thing right here, it is supposed to be the absolute deal. So I'm excited to try it. Of course, you guys will be the first to see if I catch something or do something with it. I don't have a rod to pair with it right now. I have 8 or 10, 13 fishing rods, but I don't have one for it specifically. I just got it. I'm actually going to use it to throw my Texas rig, weightless Texas rig, because I got a 610 medium action rod. I'm going to use it to throw possibly like a jerk bait, something like that. I may end up throwing with it. Just depends. I got to kind of get a feel for what it's actually made and actually good for. It's an 8:3-to-1 gear ratio, so it's pretty fast. So that's why I said maybe a jerk bait, something I can twitch, pause, twitch, especially summertime. If I'm going to throw a jerk bait, twitch on a medium action rod, I may try that. Or Texas rig. Like I said, if I pitch it out, something light, pitch out, weightless, throw like 12-pound line on it, set the hook, get them in the boat, and I'm good. I may do, it just depends. I've got to mess around with it and the rod. The rod is super light, the reel super light. My goal, I mentioned to you guys, you saw my pain medicine, all that stuff like that. I'm trying to go lighter, but I still need the power. So I went for the power, but light, and it cost me. You hear Tactical Bassin talk about all the time. Tactical Bassin will tell you, you can spend X amount on a rod and it'll be really well, but you can also spend X amount on a rod and it'll feel like there's nothing in your hand, but you feel everything. And then you can also still feel your back at the end of the day because it's not there's no stress, there's no strain, there's no nothing. You have really, really light equipment that feels really, really good in your hand and performs really, really well. Because this don't mean nothing if it's $275 and I make my first cast and the gears strip out, right? Like, it don't, I hear like a really weird noise. Don't mean it's a waste of money at that point. It's a paperweight. You have to send it back to the shop and get it repaired. It don't make sense to spend a bunch of money on junk. So this ain't junk. This ain't junk, but I'm definitely gonna put it through the paces and make sure. But this ain't junk. This is the real deal, and it costs the real deal. It's they have another reel that's $400 called the Boss. I don't need to be a boss. Okay, I'm not buying the Boss. I may buy the Boss. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna ever buy the Boss, but I don't think I need the Boss. $400. $275 was already a chunk of change. That like I don't know about that. But again, I'm on the team, so it pays to be on the team. I'm on the team. I'm excited to be on the team. So. It means there's benefits to being on the team. That's what I'm saying. So I got this stuff and I'm going to try it out. We're going to go to work on it. But that's enough. My infomercial's over. 13 Fishing. Again, this is brand new. And I can almost guarantee you guys, probably 90% guarantee you that there will be something in the prize that has to do, nothing with this, but it will maybe something from my team. So my 13 Fishing or my Mega Custom Tackle, TRC Covers, Liquid Mayhem, Ozarks Outfitters. My giveaway is going to more than likely include some stuff from the people that I represent when I'm on the water, the teams I'm a part of, the partners that I have. That's pretty much what's going to be in the giveaway. That's why it's taking so long. I'm just wanting to line it up with the stuff. I made a huge change and that kind of slowed everything down. But as you guys can see, I'm rolling. I'm getting new stuff all the time. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the tips helped. Hopefully the infomercial just let you know what's out there. Obviously stick with your Daiwa, Shimano, whatever you stick with, whatever you want to fish with, you stick with what works and what catches you fish. Especially my buddy that's tournament fishing. Stick with what works for you. Don't make dumb decisions based on stuff that you hear people say. Because think about it. A lot of these pro anglers will send you down the path of destruction to buy all the stuff that they buy, and it don't work for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you buy a Daiwa rod and it don't feel good to you, you don't need to buy a Daiwa rod. You might want to stick with Lew's, right? If you buy a 13 Fishing rod and reel combo and you cast out with it and just your hands are smaller and you don't like the way it feels in your hand, but you swear by the Bass Pro Shops Johnny Moore's Carbon Light, like that fits your hand good, buy the Bass Pro Shops Johnny Moore's Carbon Light. I don't force or tell anybody. I can just mention. I don't make anyone obviously do anything. I tell you what I do, and then you do what you do. So I know a ton of guys that swear by the Bass Pro Shops, Johnny Moore's reels. They swear by these things. I mean, they will put them up against the best of the best in the world, and that's cool, right? Like, I will tell you 100%. A bunch of my stuff I get from fishing gear, I buy from the pawn shop, used. I will buy from the pawn shop, and because the reel in the store costs $140, and because I negotiate with the pawn shop guy and I get it for $47 out the door. You guys know if you've been to a pawn shop. You go to the pawn shop, you see it on the shelf, you bring it to the counter and you say, what's the best you can do on this? And if it's $100, they'll probably say, I can do 70 out the door. 70 out the door, I'll do. 100 plus tax, I'm not doing. 70 out the door, I'll take it. I buy a lot of stuff from pawn shops. I bought a 13 Fishing rod and reel combo from a pawn shop. I bought a Corrado K and a 13 Fishing rod, 13 Fishing rod and a Corrado K reel from a pawn shop. Got a heck of a deal on it. I got it for cheaper than what I would have got the reel by itself. Especially right now in the pandemic, people selling everything. Like, they just getting rid of stuff because they've been buying a bunch of stuff. Like, everybody's getting a lot of money right now. Some people are, some people aren't, but a lot of people getting a lot of money buying stuff. Everybody decided to go fishing, and now they're back to work. So now people ain't fishing, so they selling everything. Just go hit your local pawn shop. eBay's money too. I sell on eBay all the time. I buy on eBay all the time. I probably have 30 eBay transactions from yesterday. Like, I do so much stuff on eBay. I buy stuff off of Letgo. I buy stuff off of Craigslist. I'll buy stuff off of anywhere if I can get a good. There's a 13 Fishing Origin and Fate Black combo for sale right now for like $90 that I've been talking to the lady about. That I'm just trying to wait till she goes down to like 75. Then I'm gonna go buy it from her. It's the combo in good shape, dude. Like, I buy Letgo, Craigslist, eBay, pawn shops. Man, I'll buy it from anywhere. Obviously, again, it's fishing stuff. So if a guy says his rod's in good shape and you buy it from him on Craigslist, he may or may not tell you about the time where his kid stepped on it or he smacked it up against his couch. He may not tell you, and you may go cast it out and be like, oh man, it broke, like I got a problem with it. But here's the thing, that's why you never pay the price he actually asked for. So if he wants 75, don't pay 75, offer him 40. Have him either block you or give you a good deal. That's the only two things that's gonna happen. Never, ever, ever, if you buy something off Let Go of Craigslist, pay the actual price they're asking. Always ask them for a lower price. 100 out of 100 times. I do it all the time, guys. I've never been blocked, and I usually meet somewhere in the middle and I get what I want. Always. People, if you sell on Let Go, you know on Let Go you're supposed to price it higher because you know someone's gonna lowball you. That's what you do. If I wanted to get $275 for this, I put it on Let Go for $320. And then someone says, I'll give you 200. And I say, I'll take 250. And then I got my price. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it works when you do these online or these like little sites. You have to do that. You cannot. If they say 70, say 40. They say come back and say 60, say 50. If they say 60 again, then you either got to make a decision that you're going to risk the 60 or you're going to wait for the next deal. Another deal's coming, right? Another deal's always coming. Somebody's always selling something. Now, if it comes down to like you have to have it and you need it for the weekend, don't do the haggling thing. Just, they say 75, say 70 and just buy it and go, right? Like don't give them the number, say 65 and then just buy it and go. Don't go back and forth if you need it. Like I usually don't buy stuff when I'm on these sites. I don't buy it for need. And you notice, man, this. Well, here, let me show you guys why. Because I got my I got a lot going on. I don't got my Ben Wallace going on, but I got a lot going on right now. So slide the hat back on. Slide the hat back on. But anyways, guys, I'll give you tips on anything. I didn't say anything bad about boaters tonight, so hopefully they don't get offended and try to kill me or be upset with me. So yeah, I got a lot going on, man. I had a busy day, busy day. I just put that sucker up and kept it moving. But I'm telling you, like tonight I gave a lot of good tips on coangler stuff, and then we got into a little Craigslist buying session stuff. Like I said, you can get really good deals. Sometimes on eBay too, you'll get free shipping and a better price than you would ever get on Tackle Warehouse. Especially for the bigger stuff. Obviously, you can get all the worms all day for Tackle Warehouse. Make sure you buy $50 worth so you get free shipping, and then wait the 2 weeks for it to get here. Don't buy $33 and then pay $6 for shipping. It's $47, so you could have just paid the $50. Just do, you know what I mean? If you're gonna get something from Tackle Warehouse, I also shop at Discount Tackle. SB Fishing gives you a lot of places that he shops at. I got a barber. I have two, and they're really good. I just don't go. I get a haircut like every quarter. And by haircut, I mean he just cuts the sides and does my mustache. That's what I mean by haircut. I just keep the top long. The top is really long. And then he just cut the sides. I only go every quarter. Or what I usually do is I set a goal for myself, and I only cut my hair after I reach that goal. It's weird. I've been like that for a while though. Like especially when I was in sales. If I wanted to achieve a sales goal. No, it doesn't. I don't think it scares the fish. I don't know. It might have scared those Potomac River bass. I didn't catch any of them suckers. Well, I caught some small ones, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't got the beard though. You said yours beards and bass. I'm 39 years old. This is it. Like I ain't got no more than what you see right here. 39. It ain't coming. This ain't coming. It ain't coming. I've even tried the stuff to make it come. It ain't coming. I guess I'm okay with that. Everyone swears I'm 12, so it is what it is. But I'm 39. 39. It made me. There was some guys at the last BFL talking about their beards. One guy's last name was Beard, and he had a really long beard. The other guy did not have his last name was not Beard, so the other guy gave him a pretty hard time, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, guys, no, I can't get that, and it's okay. I'm okay with no beard. But hopefully the tips help, guys. I hope these tips help you guys, because I got more, and I'm gonna be back with more. Probably not tonight, because I have Tomorrow actually is my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to my mama. Hopefully, I'm so glad and thankful for my mama. She's awesome, awesome lady. So happy birthday to my mom, early birthday. And then I got the tournament coming up. So yes, definitely fishing this weekend. Got a tournament coming up Saturday. Be back on the Potomac again. It's a tournament trail called Potomac Teams. Anyone can fish. It's an open tournament. $120 entry fee. They prefer you pay ahead of time, but if you don't, you got to get there by 5, between 5 and 5:50. Potomac River, launch from Leesylvania. It is some hammers. My hammers, I mean sticks, hammers. I'm talking like Potomac River gatekeepers. Like these suckers can fish. Like it. Oh man, it's crazy. They are really good. I came back in with like 15 to 8 or 15.58 or something like that one day. Thought for sure I had a chance. The same 15.58 that I came back in another trail the following weekend and took second. Came back with that 15 something bag and I didn't even get near the stage. Like it took 17 and a half, 19, 21 to get on that stage or something. Like it was 20 plus. It was ridiculous, guys. I caught him good that day too. Like me and my buddy caught him good. He caught a 4 at the end of the day. Like we was on him. Like it was good. We were lighting them up on flukes and chatterbaits on the Potomac, snakeheads, bass, everything. It was a great day, and we came back and didn't even get an honorable mention. Like it, these dudes can fish. If you see like the ABA and the BFLs come back in with 15, 16, you go to Potomac Teams tournament, these dudes come back in with 18, 19. Same body of water, same thing. They've been fishing since the 1930s or something. These dudes are really good. The trail's been going for a very long time, so. Hey, absolutely, will do. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. We'll be out there Saturday, and then I'll be out there again on the Potomac the following Saturday. So I got for the BFL Super Tournament. That's the biggest tournament of my life of the whole entire year. So that's gonna be the biggest deal for me. If I do good in this tournament, I can make it to the regional, and it'll just open a lot of doors. I think it'll be really good for me. If I don't make it, season's over. I'll do it again, and I'll do better next year. So that's what it is. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Peace. And I'm out.